Let me time it so I...
Thanks for all the advance warning.
Yeah, you guys were live, by the way. Yay! Welcome to the Untitled Studios podcast, number 20. It's a milestone. We should celebrate. Mike's going to get his dick out, but since he doesn't have a camera, you probably won't see it.
I'm going to celebrate by announcing I just ruined my upstairs bathroom by taking a massive diarrhea. I mean, it was insane, man. You should have been there.
Were you like pissing out of your ass?
Yeah, pissing out of my ass. It was raining men.
That is always the worst.
I really should have weighed myself before I went in there, because that was brutal.
Ooh.
Weigh yourself before you go in the bathroom. That'd be fucking funny.
You should weigh your poop for 25 years. Like
I am light as a feather.
That's an old wrestler trick right there. No, seriously, when I did wrestling in middle school, that's what we did. You weigh in, and you get your first weight, and then you go take a shit, or like as much as you can, and then you come back and you weigh yourself again, and you're like, okay, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. That's also a thing that girls do to like tip the scale in their favor. Like, oh, I won't weigh myself until I crap, and then I'll be skinnier.
That makes so little sense. It actually makes sense, ironically.
It's numbers, Stabby.
It's can't numbers.
Argue with it.
Well, with wrestling, I mean, you did it so you try to go in the lowest weight class you could possibly get into.
Yeah,
well, yeah, it's like every fighting thing.
So you could fight guys like me instead of Stabby.
Instead of people with real talent.
Well, I don't think my weight ranges that much, but yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Really? Yeah, no
that's a pretty big gap from like a 16-year-old.
Before we get too far, just to let people, the one or two people who actually watch this know, we tend to put this out on between 6:30 and 6:45 Pacific Standard Time every Wednesday.
1:30 Universal Time.
If you're not on a stupid coast, it's 9:30 Eastern Time.
Okay, well, I think the rest of you should be quiet because that's really not helping at all. 6:30 to 6:45 Pacific Standard Time in the PM.
There is nothing standard about Pacific Time.
I love how...
You know what? Shut up and do your presentation, fool. No one wants to hear your shit.
Alright, so we're going to get out of both of these time zones completely and go on a little class field trip, an Untitled Studios excellent European adventure.
Yay.
Awesome.
It reminds me of a movie.
So why Europe? Why now? And besides the Ukrainian protest I'm showing up in the corner, our channel has peaked, let's face it. We'll never be as good as we were a week ago. We'll never have more than a couple views on each video. We'll never reach that magic number of 22 subscriber count. Like we've always dreamed, and it's really starting to bum us out.
22.
Double deuce.
Number 22. We'll never get it. So we need.
Class took.
It was a little more than double. Give me some credit. God, I don't even know. I lost count of the courtesy flushes.
Good lord.
So we need to do something.
God help us.
We need to do something
big.
Almost as big as my ship.
Like class, yeah.
We need to prove that we are better than everyone else. So let's go on a pricey field trip to Europe. Plus, I already had this written out, and it's too late to come up with a new idea.
Good idea. Let's do that.
Oh, man.
So what's there to do in that bumfuck socialist rat hole? I, Classhole, have devised a 14-day itinerary mapping out our entire European trip, complete with cultural attractions, beautiful scenery, and cheap French horrors.
Awesome.
How do you go without the cheap French horrors?
That's
I don't know.
Icing on the cake, man.
Just figured I should include it, scare off any gays that might want to travel with us. But, so what will we each need to bring? One twin pack of Jif peanut butter from Walmart, and one box of Cheerios toasted cereal, also from Walmart.
Pip Cheerio?
Exactly, and I have calculated this down to the cent. $1,234 for the socialist European public transportation and other assorted items that we'll need along the way.
But that's the code on my luggage.
So day one, we will fly into France. We'll arrive in Paris, France, then eat a handful of Jif peanut butter, then walk to the hotel. We're gonna get on the way.
Can I get Peter Pan? I really don't like Jif.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Wait a minute. There's a Peter Pan peanut butter, really?
There is.
Yes.
It is.
Didn't know that?
The best
I did not know
peanut butter
that.
ever.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
That hasn't been on our coast for a while.
It's,
10 years.
it's far better than Jif. But
I totally want, because fuck Skippy.
Skippy's pretty good. It's not as good as Peter Pan, though.
Yeah, fuck
No.
Skippy.
Jif is pretty darn good. The roasted peanut butter is pretty darn tasty.
But I want to eat a peanut butter, Peter Pan.
Now that we've gone on peanut butter rant.
All right.
Sorry, that just excited. That got me all upset.
On the walk there, we're going to have to get used to the smell of French people because we're going to be stuck here for 3 days.
Oh shit! I don't know if I can make it, man.
You see some French streets right there. 2, we're going to visit a most sacred site. Day 2, ride a choo-choo train to Normandy and get a tour of Omaha Beach. And then we're going to lecture the local European visitors on the importance of America in the war and demand that they thank us for our service, and then laugh when they finally do.
We saved your ass in WW2.
Yep. Then we're gonna plant the grand old flag on the beach and claim it on behalf of America.
Yeah.
And eat one handful of Jif peanut butter and regular nut Cheerios. Then take the train right back to the hotel, but this time check into the hotel.
Can we get Honey Nut Cheerios?
Okay.
Or is that...
And do not go further than the lobby.
So not go further than the lobby? That's excellent grammar, sir.
You know, I don't have time to proofread these things.
Tim no talk good.
With
There's gonna be some business in them lobbies.
Just given the massive shit that I had to pass. Just give me
Just shit your brains out, literally.
Back to shit.
Yeah.
Go check the toilet for some brain matter.
So day 3, we're each going to pick up one trashy whore and ride to the majestic Palace of Versailles. We're going to go inside the palace and search for the hidden treasure, eat a handful of Jif peanut butter and exactly 3 regular nut Cheerios, then take the bus back to Paris. So we're in Paris now. Congratulations, we have breached the walls of Paris. Raid and pillage as desired.
Walls of Paris.
Those tiny European men can't stop you.
Very enthusiastic laugh. I love it.
Can I live in that tower that they got?
Yes. Well, no, we're going to go... Then we have to return to the hotel room, and this time we will go to the room and sleep. We've earned it. And you can see
because after being up for several days, I'm sure we're just going to be absolutely ecstatic.
We're courting our hotel room. We get a little further each time we go on a date.
Going
all the way tonight, fellas.
It's like we're getting in bed tonight.
This is just...
It's like playing just the tip.
This is a rough artist's rendition of what our raid on Paris would look like.
Oh, yeah. Definitely with the Viking ships.
Arrows.
That's our Legion of Viewer.
Legion of Viewer.
Now, day 3 to Amsterdam.
Do you mean day 4? Because it says day 4.
You know, and this says day 5, but
3, 4,
yes,
6, whatever.
Well, you know what? It is Amsterdam. That makes a lot of sense that if you're going to forget what day it is, that's the place to go.
Numbers, Stabby. Numbers.
We are going to go to the train tracks and then commemorate the bombing of French trains by Basque nationalists by planting the Basque flag alongside the tracks. This symbolic gesture will be lost on nobody. They will be so appreciative of our gesture. Then we're going to travel to Belgium via that train, if it's not delayed. Smell the waffles, get sad that we can't have any, and then eat a handful of Jif peanut butter and throw the remaining regular nut Cheerios in the garbage because they're nasty.
Yeah.
Get
back
At which point we upgrade to Honey Nut Cheerios. Thank you.
Which is the shit.
Not in the budget.
Okay. Never mind.
I want my
We'll go back to the Jif.
Man. I don't know what day it is.
Fair warning, it is Jif from here on out.
Is this trip sponsored by any company in particular?
No.
Okay.
No. Did not.
No, like all our shows, no one will ever be willing to give us
I was
money
thinking, you know, this
unless they're racist.
Today's show brought to you by Jif.
I think Stormfront might advertise.
Choose a racist, choose Jif.
You like to burn people on the crosses on their lawns? Choose
The white
Jif.
man's peanut butter.
Okay, day 5. Day 5, repeat.
We're going to get an email from them any minute now, I'm telling you.
Oh, God.
They are on board.
Alright, day 6. We're going to take the bus right the heck out of that morally corrupt cesspool that is Amsterdam and go to a tulip farm.
Yeah.
They have a lot of those in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And then we're going to steal some flowers for Mom.
Yeah.
Put the flowers in your pocket and then take the bus home or hitchhike back to the hotel. Then eat the flowers. If hunger arises, you can serve peanut butter because that's all we have left.
I'm liking where this is
Follow
going.
you there. Makes perfect sense.
All right, day 7. This is the turning point of our trip. We are rounding home. Leave the Netherlands with what remains of our dignity, then catch a train to good old Dresden, Germany.
Whoa. Are we
Don't
going to
worry,
Nazi land?
this is as far east and south as we will go.
Okay.
Don't eat any peanut butter, by the way. This is a day of fasting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we've been eating
will be
so
shocked.
much leading up to this point.
Day 8, we're going to have a little day of remembrance for the firebombing of Dresden. So we're going to walk the ornate streets of Dresden, the cultural capital of Germany,
Yay.
and remind the local Dresdonians how bad the Americans fucked their little shit up with firebombs.
Oh, shit.
Almost as bad as I messed that bathroom up. So if the flowers have not yet been eaten, we're going to pull them out now and plant them in the ground, just anywhere. Then go back to the hotel room and have what's left of the first jar of Jif peanut butter. Remember, if you have to.
Oh, we got a second jar.
Yeah, I did say.
Holy
I said the
shit.
twin pack. Did you not bring a twin pack?
Okay. Sorry. Where was
Sorry, I did not buy the twin pack.
God damn it. Okay.
There's always one.
We're gonna have to leave some guys behind then.
Hey, I don't mind being left in Europe, man. It's pretty sick over there.
Now we're going to take all our loot and go to Norway. So we're going to fly on a plane to Bergen, supposed to say Bergen, Norway, the gateway to the beautiful fjords.
Fjords.
Delicious.
And we're going to admire the beauty of the landscape, cry, but not into the peanut butter.
No.
And then have 3 handfuls of peanut butter unless you actually did cry into it, in which case you get none.
And everyone else gets salty peanut butter.
It's so pretty.
Day
Buy
10.
unsalted peanut butter. Like one of the jars should be unsalted, and you can salt it in that period.
Oh.
But no, you shouldn't cry into peanut butter. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
Day 10, we're gonna take it all in. Take the wonderful city of Bergen all in. We're gonna study the layout and the landscape for no nefarious purposes. Then have 1 handful of peanut butter. Don't worry if you cried into it yesterday. I know you did, but all is forgiven. Okay, day 11. We're gonna have to write up a report to make this field trip academic or whatever.
What?
So we're going to type up a report on the city's defenses and layout and send it to the Russians. Tonight we feast.
On peanut butter.
On peanut butter. 2 handfuls of peanut butter. That's what I mean by
Nice.
that.
2 handfuls.
That's what I'm looking for.
Day 12. Wait.
Okay, so I just
13.
imagine us sitting there, like, montage style, like sitting on a bench or something, maybe eating like a fingerful of peanut butter every once in a while.
No, it has to be in handfuls. You just take a big
Handfuls.
handful out.
Oh, okay.
When you're allowed. Not before or after.
Out of your hand, yeah. Just jam your hand in there.
This is the German tour. Everything is perfectly controlled.
So day 14, the final day. It's the day. This is what we're here for.
We waited for a while.
Our comrades from Russia have arrived to claim Europe. Tonight we feast on Norwegian blood. For Mother Russia.
Real? Oh, hey.
Everything for Mother
We're
Russia.
commies again.
And that says something along the lines of Katyusha or something. And that's 2 arms in Russian.
Okay.
Oh,
Just-
crap.
just
Oh, there you go.
Too
Perfect.
bad.
I do not understand this
too
Russian.
bad tool.
Da.
There we go.
Excellent work, sir. That was pretty badass.
There's no contact information. You know where to find me. And it was.
I wanted to say thank you. I don't know. I think I prefer Skippy peanut butter, actually.
You know, it doesn't matter at this point. I budgeted for Jif and Jif only.
Oh, I think I'll stick with the Skippy though.
I don't think so. I budgeted exactly for one twin pack of Jif peanut butter.
But I can get like the 5-pound twin packs of Skippy at Costco.
We're going with the white man's peanut butter.
Did we budget for that?
Get it through your fucking head.
I don't.
Wayne's gonna eat your shit. Don't give me that.
I wanted to share this with you guys because I thought you guys would appreciate the utter absurdity of this.
Oh, we will. Feminists. We never talked about them.
I'm still gonna shit my pants.
This isn't a topic that.
Why am my screen going crazy?
Are you drinking, Angle?
He's doing something.
Okay.
So, Feminist Conference says clapping triggers anxiety. Asks attendees to use jazz hands instead. This is a legitimate thing.
Whoa. Clapping causes anxiety.
Yeah, they wanted to have everybody in the conference, a UK student feminism conference, actually asked their attendees not to clap and to use jazz hands instead.
And others, not herself. Like, I don't even know. So
Well,
she's worried about other people that don't exist that are upset with the clapping.
This is maybe the stupidest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. I don't want to know more, so I'm not reading the rest of the article. Other people might punish themselves that way, but I just don't even want to hear it.
There's a country that banned clapping, and then almost immediately afterwards, there was a picture of them arresting a one-handed man.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We're not quite sure what's going on there.
There are a couple of ways to clap, if you know what I'm saying.
That sounds like a bad joke.
About a round of applause.
Oh, but I have found the ultimate
fucking shit when they were a kid. The teacher's like, a round of applause. They have all these clever ways to clap in a circle. Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did find
exactly how we used to clap in elementary music class.
You mean yesterday?
Yeah. That's exactly how we used to clap.
yesterday. I did find the perfect gift for the feminist in your life.
A bag of dicks?
You can send a bag of dicks anonymously to people by mail.
Nice.
I was going to bring up the bag of dicks, but you beat me to it.
The world is complete.
Sorry. I was going to bring it up last week, but I forgot.
Eat a bag of dicks. Normally the conversation ends there.
Eat it.
But now, thanks to the internet...
Yeah, and they're little gummy ones, so they can actually eat them.
You can feast on a bag of dicks now.
It's
which I
awesome.
fully intend to do.
You have no idea how much that makes me happy.
I'm gonna.
You really know how to make a girl blush. You really do.
You treat me right, babe.
Yeah, and those penises are way bigger than mine, so.
Oh.
There's a full bag of them.
Nice. Okay, I have so many people I might want to send that to. I'm excited.
Engelhardt is gonna be like, "Hey man, can I borrow like $15? I'd need to send one more bag of dicks, dude. Just one more." It's like a weird addiction that he gets.
Would anybody mind if I pulled down my pants right here and just had diarrhea right all over my chair? Because I am still feeling it, man.
Do it.
Goddamn, dude, you got a courtesy wipe before you leave the bathroom.
We will get views.
You know what? Yeah, if you want to just stand up and drop trow, you know.
Take a shit on the chair. Go for it, man.
There's a lot of people that would be like all about that, and we'd probably get a couple thousand views.
Eat the bucket.
And if anybody else wants to puke on camera while he's doing that, that'd just increase the views.
Jesus, you might not. I might be able to help you there too. I feel like I'm gonna puke. I don't even know what I ate. That made me react this way.
I'm thinking it's a handful of peanut butter. You're really only supposed to eat a little bit of peanut butter at a time. It's not supposed to be like literally a handful.
And back.
Oh yeah, God, that makes so bad. So bad.
Bagfuls of dicks with salty peanut butter.
Well, he cried into the peanut butter. That's why he was so vehemently against that.
I will say that there are quite a few bodily fluids in that peanut butter.
Unspecified.
Really funny if like your mom or one of your sisters watches this and you don't know it. And so like a day or so later they just come into your room. What the fuck do you mean there's stuff in the peanut butter?
What'd you do?
What'd you do to our peanut butter? Jizz in it. What? Isn't that what everyone does to their peanut butter?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, when we made the crying joke about the peanut butter, I was really tempted to go with the jizz and the peanut butter joke, but I refrained myself.
Extra creamy.
Come on.
Creamy Jeff.
I'm not a
Nazi.
I'm not
You're
going to
trying to
stop you
act
from
classy?
White men should never hold elected positions. Maybe.
I figured this would be fun to get class really good and pissed off. This is an article that was put up and then taken down. Luckily, somebody archived it.
Freak down there. What the fuck was that?
Oh yeah, that's a
my
monster.
God.
Whoa.
She's one of those
Holy
people that got like
shnikes.
addicted to plastic surgery and just
God,
looks like a
dude.
fucking monster.
Have you ever seen the blobfish?
Oh yeah, that does look
Go
like a
Google the
blobfish. Holy
blobfish.
shit,
Basically
No
the same
bueno.
thing.
that really kind of
Oh,
does.
boy.
That's
Sorry.
a good point.
I sidetracked the shit out of that.
So essentially, somebody repurposed Nazi propaganda
As we all do.
in order to like talk about why white men should never hold any positions of authority in universities.
Yeah.
This is a relatively short article, so I'm thinking I might just actually read it.
Or any positions of political power.
Yeah,
That would be.
this actually got published in what was it published? The Independent
Archived today.
in the United Kingdom.
It was published on the internet.
I think this is a legitimate like paper, not one of the joke ones, because I've seen a lot of other stuff and it's actually a legit newspaper thing over there.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is great. University is supposed to be amazing, a transformative experience which is informed by students or by student unions across the country. Yet people don't give a toss about their student unions. No one cares about the NUS.
Maybe
And
it's
activism is dying at all but a few hardcore universities. This generation of students has been pissed on by the government and fees and privatization. And all anyone seems to want to do is roll over and let it happen.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
We're
going
dying.
What? Oh, that might be me.
That was you.
on?
Yeah.
Super loud.
Were you shitting your
Come on,
pants?
class, you know you want to hear this.
I'm about to, so I'm getting off camera.
All right.
Do you know why this is? It's because our universities and student unions are too similar to our government. They are too stunted by white men.
Yes,
White men
finally.
appropriate injustice is theirs, desperate for something to struggle against, but it's a hobby they'll pick up and drop as soon as the first comfortable finance job beckons them over. Now, I'm going to reread that paragraph, and I'm going to substitute the Jew for white men. Do you know why this is? It's because our
Make it even
universities
more
and student unions are too similar to our government. They are too stunted by the Jew. The Jew might want to appropriate injustice as theirs, desperate for something to struggle against, but it's a hobby they'll pick up and drop as soon as the first comfortable finance job beckons them over. Now, is that not straight up Nazi propaganda?
Change it to Filipino. How about
So I'm
Filipinos?
going to keep, every time I say the Jew, you can know that it actually is white men written down.
Or Filipinos.
We need to ban the Jew and their activism dilettantism from student unions. We
Yes.
need powerful women and minority ethnic people to bring their passion back to the heart of student politics.
Yes.
Being a student union president should no longer be a place for privileged Jew boys to swing their dicks around before graduating into a world that is in no way affected by what they claim to fight for.
Yes, yes, yes.
More importantly, we obviously live in a world that looks favorably on the Jew. In order to bring about change in our racist and sexist society, we must start in our universities. If women and minority ethnic people were in positions of leadership across all universities in the country, we would have a diverse graduating class of future leaders in every industry. Oh, but it's racist to ban someone on the basis of their skin color and sexist to ban them on their gender. Cry the assembly chorus of confused souls trying to turn the language of progress into a weapon to further entrench the establishment. Yes, that was one really long run-on sentence that
was
this
a really good
fucking
sentence.
reporter wrote, followed by a short fragment. It's not. You're at university. Go ask a humanities professor. Learn something. Just fuck. They actually published this.
Yeah.
The Jew have had at least several millennia in charge, and it's been a shit show from start to finish. A new generation of powerful women and minority ethnic people is ready to lead and change. It is time for you to bow down.
Yeah. When I can't help, it's like, do they not see the irony?
Like, I don't even get it. I know, it's so ridiculous.
It's like, we got to keep the white people down to stop racism. And it's like, well, no, because then you're just racist against
It's
another
like
group.
that rapper chick who was like talking for 10 minutes about how she's been influenced by Ecuadorian culture and music, and that affects her rap music. Literally then goes on a rant about how white people are stealing black people's music, and the white rappers like Iggy Azalea shouldn't be allowed.
They shouldn't be allowed to sing.
I'm dying.
Like, oh, it was so funny, because it's like 10 minutes of talking about how you literally appropriated a whole bunch of stuff from another culture, which most people would normally call being influenced by. And then, but it's not okay because it was a white chick that raps.
I'd call it living in the modern fucking world. How can you live in the modern world and not be influenced by another culture anymore?
Oh, straight up.
I mean, back in the day, sure, it was easy to cut yourself off, but, I mean, you can't do that anymore.
No, the world should be full of provincial, uncultured fucks.
Well, it is.
We should all just hate on each other. Fuck you, I don't want to learn anything about you. Go away. That's it.
I love this article because if at any point you're writing an article and you can easily replace the subject of the article
Filipino.
with a Jew, and it becomes like an incredibly racist and like Nazi propaganda-like thing, you should probably reconsider that article.
Or it's the truth.
Or it's the
Unadulterated
truth. God damn it! You know what? Go back to your Stormfront. You know.
Hey,
Praise the Lord.
I will agree with the whole white men have been in charge for a really long time. Maybe let some other people in, you know.
I don't have any problem with increasing diversity. The problem is, you know, how many people are running for those positions that aren't white.
I don't want to increase the diversity just because, like, well, he's black, so we gotta have at least.
Well,
one
you
black
have to
guy.
have qualified people for the position.
hate
Like, you
that.
don't want people who are just, well, we needed a black guy, so we
Like,
found
we need
this
a
dude
black
on the
guy.
street who was selling
So
crack.
let's get
And
Ray
he's-
off the street and put him in a position of real
Yeah.
power. And
Well, clearly he's making a good profit. He's a businessman, and I think as part of a business college, he'll flourish because he's selling that crack on the street.
straight up.
Yeah, and that's the big issue is because it all depends on how you're thinking going in. Are you wanting to create diversity to make diversity, or are you going in to fuck over somebody?
Yeah. To rape,
Like saying, oh well, I'm going in because
to rape and pillage.
I want to make sure white men don't get my spot, aren't getting my spot, and it's like that's not exactly a proactive way of going.
Well, that was
career.
that was a big problem that a lot of people had with affirmative action. Is you're not creating equality, you're trying to create parity, which just isn't realistic. It's not realistic nor desirable logically. Because parity is just like, oh yeah, for each one thing, there's another thing to counterbalance it, as opposed to equality, which means anybody can go get that job.
No, I'll bet they really do like being the token black guy.
Yeah, it was just such a nonsense.
Alright, so
Wouldn't you like being the token person that was like forced upon everyone to be there? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Especially if I was really underqualified. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome, dude. Sign me the fuck up for that.
Alright, so if I could find a retarded, possibly transgendered, mixed race person, could we make him dictator of a college? he could just count as every single student council member because of all the diversity.
He's like, well,
That's
you
a
don't
great
represent.
idea.
Actually,
Or
I
she,
do.
I don't want to mess up my pronouns.
Didn't somebody post like a video of that where some like grossly like disabled retarded guy was talking about wanting to be a woman? It was like a poetry reading with a guy in a wheelchair.
Ed Wood.
Wasn't he? Oh, that was Nish.
Yeah. So technically, that guy exists. We could find him and install him in like
No, he was white
Brown
though.
University. Have him run the place for us.
He was white. I was talking specifically about me. I want to be a dictator.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna need a baseball
Me
bat
specifically.
and a lot of alcohol and
Alright,
potentially a plastic bag.
I only have this AR-15 with a bayonet, so I can't do it. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if you partially suffocate yourself while hitting yourself in the head, you might achieve retardedness and some sort of deformities.
I have a pretty good retarded voice.
Oh, you want to fake it?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Kind of like how Eric Cartman enters the Special Olympics.
You're out of your league.
I'm just going to put on a special little boot, put on a helmet. And
The retardedness that already exists in position of power.
I'm going to limp right over to that.
Possibly imagine.
I want to point out one thing to you, class, though. The one flaw in your plan.
Yep.
You're probably not going to get any pussy.
That's
not true.
I'll get power, and then what's in the power is money, and then bitches. So I'll have to disagree with that.
You still probably won't. I'm just saying, you might run a university, but you're not going to get laid for all 4 years that you run it.
Well, when I'm dictator of the university, I can just force it to happen.
If they want to pass their classes.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn! That's just a dark turn that I like. Your style is amazing. I fully support your style.
I'm gonna need a shower after this.
Yeah, we all need to take a big long shower.
You have 5 minutes talking about this.
And cry yourself to sleep in the fetal position.
Just rock back and forth slowly.
Eat a handful of peanut butter and go to sleep.
Do not put the peanut butter in your mouth.
You'll probably shit the bed, but
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's the theme today.
Oh my god.
I'm dying.
Forced into Fight Club.
So this is one of the things that makes the West Coast awesome.
Who ever gets forced into a fight club, really? Seriously.
Nice.
Class was talking about dictatorships.
Yeah, but was it a slap fight club because it's in San Francisco? Or...
No, it was a legit fight club.
The problem is...
Actually, it was broken...
somebody broke the first rule of it.
Yeah, somebody... essentially, the problem was the guards would... force the prisoners to fight each other and bet and stuff on it. The problem is they would continually pit a guy that was 150 pounds against a guy that was 300 pounds. So class versus me in a fight. That's just not a real fair fight,
Yeah, I'm too
fast shit himself too.
Well, I mean, really, all I got to do is corner him and then fall over, and it's over. The punch him or anything. I'm just gonna fall on his ass. He's out.
Considering the size of the room and the
but let's be honest,
you,
really, that's probably my best strategy.
He's cornered as soon as he gets in the room.
I think I could run circles around him if I'm busy before then.
My god.
Oh man, but yeah, it was
I just
pretty
imagine
funny.
Someone
actually,
animate that.
It seems like it got out.
Someone animate Stabby fighting class in jail.
See, I just imagine
Oh god.
That would be the best thing ever.
Stabby, you just falling on top of him, and you see class's limbs hanging out the sides of you, going.
I imagine it like
just twitching.
I imagine it's like the giant fight in Princess Bride. He's climbing all around him and stuff.
Oh god. I just figured, class was talking about dictatorships, and that just seemed like the best segue right there. It was oh yeah, fight clubs in prison.
Dictators.
Yes, at my college there will be fight clubs.
Yeah, but he's in charge.
Yes, they will be forced and they will be brutal to the death.
And you will like it.
Yes, you will love it. You will be enthusiastically.
Or else you'll be forced to fight in the next round.
Yes, you can get out of it though with blowjobs if you're a hot chick.
Special caveat.
So fucked.
Also,
that's the asterisk. That's the little star. You gotta have a little thing that says, if you're a hot chick, you can get out of this with blowjobs.
But that's with anything in life, though. That's not just this specifically.
That's true.
Oh my god. All right, so actually, I have something.
Holy shit.
Nice. I have something too, but it's not.
Who are you?
I don't think I want to share.
What have you done with the real angle?
I'm trying to be proactive, damn it.
All right, do it.
This is for Stabby mostly because we were talking about. Weren't we talking about a bunch of cult shit yesterday?
Cult.
Yesterday?
Not yesterday, last week. Last week.
I'm thinking about how to
Yesterday.
make a cult every day, but we really only talked about it last week.
Compound.
Okay. So here, this is something. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Cult Tycoon. Can you see this?
Hey.
Oh, that's actually pretty fun.
Yes.
We should
this
totally
is
play that.
little dated, October 2011. Not too bad. But straight up,
This is last week.
it is what you think it is. You build yourself a nice little
You get
cult.
to live life just like Stabby.
Exactly. Just like the way you wanted to make for everybody.
Yeah, I want you guys to be part of the leadership, not necessarily the ones in charge.
No, we're
I'll
in the
be
council.
The highest, but you'll definitely be the council.
Yeah.
I think we should. I'll have to dispute that.
The council's good. No.
We will
No,
stand
the
by
council's
you.
good. You don't want to be the main guy in charge.
Look, class, we can't start a cult if you're already starting to like argue about the cult.
Well, I like the idea of there being like political intrigue in the top levels of the cult, so we're always looking around our backs for like assassins and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that.
And we get a whole reality TV show based on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Maybe like a primetime drama based on it.
Yeah. And lots of
somebody was watching Limp Bizkit's Rollin'.
Was I doing what now?
Somebody was watching the Limp Bizkit music video on purpose. I'm not sure I'm okay with that.
Who wasn't listening to Roland? Let's be honest.
Oh man, that's old school.
Yeah, you're
I did it all for the nookie. Yeah.
You're giving a glimpse into your desktop.
That's really funny.
It's not as bad.
See,
as
I'm
us,
very
like,
careful that I make sure that none of that shit's up there when I go.
It's not, is that a porno right there in the corner?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to share something with you guys. I thought it was pretty fucking awesome.
A porno?
No, it's not a porno, but it's close.
Awesome.
Oh, whoops! I
Let's
forgot
hear
to.
it. Or see it.
Oh shit! Hey, whoa! Hey, what?
Okay, so
Hey,
this
now,
is actually
and I'll
like legitimate like criminal statistics.
Crime in the
This looks like
USA.
shit I should bring up.
Yeah. So like a lot of people talk about rape culture and all this other stuff, and they harp on violent crime. So the violent crime rate went from I think it's 713 for every like 1,000 or something like that, or 100,000 people.
Yay!
I think it is.
Shout out to 94.
But you notice like the population starts out in 1995 260 million, ends up at 316 million. I don't know what that is based on.
Hey, hold on.
Census
Based
Bureau
on people.
original estimates as of July 1st for each year except 2000 and 2010.
Numbers, Stabby. Numbers.
No, I was just wondering where they got them, and then I was like, duh, it's the Census Bureau. But you look at it, it goes from like 713 all the way down to 367 in 2013.
Yeah, and there's more people.
So violent crime has dropped basically in half.
Yeah, that's weird.
And that whole rape culture thing goes from 2,216, I think that's total reported rapes, to 79,770.
Well, that's just because,
That's just 'cause
people
I've been
aren't
busy.
reporting it anymore because of the rape culture.
And I'm busy.
I don't know.
I just thought that was interesting.
I just don't have the time these days, you know.
Is that filed into the UCR or what?
So we are
Filed
not
what?
getting caught up in the
Where
rape
are you
culture
getting your information?
is what we're going for.
Where am I getting my information? From FBI.gov.
Oh, okay.
This is the Federal Bureau of Investigation's like legitimate
That's
crime
just a bunch of
statistics.
white people.
That's a
charge.
bunch of mumbo jumbo from the federal government.
Essentially, like in 1994, there were 39.3 rapes for every 100,000 inhabitants. And in 2013, 2 years ago, it was 25.2 rapes for every 100,000 inhabitants. So we're statistically, like, we're legitimately dropping at a substantial rate if you look at it, because this is a lot faster of a decline in crime than you would get over any other period of time.
So basically, just like every other measure of success, America is dropping.
We do drop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our schools are terrible.
we accidentally.
We're going down in rape. Like, everything's going to shit now. It's all downhill.
Yeah, the fact that we're like actually dropping our rates of rape and violent crime substantially each year
Or
is
that's
just
a-
ridiculous. It's
or
horrible.
that's a
We'll never
lie.
do that again.
It's either that or it's a lie from the white man.
It's obviously it's a white man's lie.
The white men in black.
I think I'm gonna have to go and
I just
read
love it because you
McDonald's
see all
now.
these like statistics. You see all these statistics, and if you go to like a legitimate source, you find out that they're just all nonsense. Like just total fucking
Class
nonsense.
is telling us that he's taking a shit, and you're just
Yes,
gonna gloss over
I'm
it.
going to. I'm currently leaving right now to take one.
Bye.
Oh no, we kind of figured class was going to be running in and out. Oh, he muted it. I don't know why he would mute it. That was just rude.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you can hear the shit from here.
I want to hear the squirts. Yeah, we got one.
Oh, that would be pretty funny.
He's-
All right.
He's pooping right now.
I like how class goes, and we're all just, well, that's that. Done now.
Oh, well, what the fuck?
I can't think of anything except him taking a shit now. It's
I
fine.
don't know. That's all we're stuck on.
Ugh.
So, awesome.
Here we go. Woohoo.
You'll get caught up in the.
Dookie Fresh?
What is this?
Oh,
Here's
wow,
an interesting
that's a
thing where in the
smug
UK,
face.
there's a lot of people who are starting to call for men who are accused of rape and other sex crimes should remain anonymous until they're actually charged. So they're not saying that no one should ever know who's been like put on trial for like a rape case.
Yeah.
They're just saying if
you're
until the police have investigated and decided it's actually worthy of a trial.
Yeah.
And it should be anonymous. So if they end up saying like, well, there's zero evidence, this is probably not a rape. They can just dismiss it, and nobody gets told that this person was ever put up because you can pretty much ruin a person's life.
I can see that, and you know why I can see that? Because people go and ruin the lives of actors because the actor played the bad guy in a movie or a TV show, and people are like, "Fuck that guy," and then they go ruin that guy's life. I can imagine what people would do if they're like, he's suspected of raping a bunch of kids. Let's go ruin his fucking, you know. Of course they're gonna go ruin.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So let me tell you guys a story because this is from a long time ago, well past any kind of statute of limitations, unfortunately.
Sorry.
So I was hanging out with some dudes that I met, and I only hung out with them like the one time because I met them through a friend of mine.
Did
they were talking
roof?
about. No.
Okay.
No, but I'd like to finish the story.
Piece of
So
shit.
they were talking about a friend of theirs who'd gotten raped. So they decided, because she said she was raped, because her boyfriend found out she had sex with this dude, and she told him he raped her. They went and found the dude and apparently like held him down and carved like the word rape into his chest with a knife.
Fuck.
And it's like, you know, you really have to take that kind of stuff into consideration. Obviously, that's an extreme example and anecdotal, so it's not like it happens every time. But people just don't fucking think straight when they hear that stuff has happened, and they don't. So I think this is actually a really good idea. You know, it's like if the case is just dismissed, nothing ever needs to be told to anybody. And then if they decide there is enough evidence, and they put the person on trial, and there are other victims, the other victims will have more than enough opportunity to step forth. You know, it's not like you have to only try them once. If other victims step forward and there's more evidence, then they can either introduce that into the trial or they can have another trial afterwards. You know, that's how it works. At least in the U.S. I don't know how the trial system works in the U.K., so I shouldn't comment on that. That is because sometimes people really are just going for money. You know, they find it really...
Uh-oh.
Is Stabby dead now?
Stabby's dying. No! Almost when he's finished stating his opinion. God damn it. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Boom.
I think I'm back.
Kind of.
Yay, we get to listen to Robot Stabby now. So, just curious, if the show were to, like, end and Stabby was in robot mode, would the show ever end?
It would never
end.
if
I get disconnected entirely and I can't end the show, it might not end ever. It might go in for like 8 hours.
The Untitled Studios podcast forever. Without anyone really wanting it, probably. More likely.
No, not even us.
No one needs that much of us, really.
What happened to Class? Did Class leave us?
Class straight up peace.
He just left completely.
You know what? There was a handful of peanut butter. It was calling him. No one can blame him. And a handful of peanut butter wants you.
He was just one fat shit away from.
I mean, he had a handful of peanut butter. There were 3 dogs staying at the house. What were we going to expect? We're lucky he stayed with us as long as he did.
It's called a good evening.
There you go. It's an excellent evening, sir.
Here, boy.
All right, here we go.
Oh my.
So
sexual reproduction.
So this is an interesting thing. It's really, really in like the beginning stages. So like this is probably like 20, 30 years off if it even occurs. But there is a very likely going to be a way that same-sex couples can actually reproduce.
Ooh, yeah. Interesting.
That doesn't surprise me.
So literally what they'll do is they'll reprogram cells. So essentially they'll take like certain kinds of cells and make them into, like for lesbians it would be like they'd make one cell into a sperm that would contain the genetic material.
Pluripotent.
And just anytime it's like a YY they would get rid of it from men.
That's cool.
It's kind of. I just thought it was interesting that there may eventually be a way that like 2 dudes or 2 women can just have like their own kid without anybody else involved.
Gay 1, father. Gay 2.
Yeah, the only thing is if it's 2 dudes, they would have to get rid of that embryo.
God damn it.
Yeah, because it would be real. I mean, you can have XX, you can have XY, but you cannot have YY. It really fucks them up. Like they look like big giant monsters. I just thought that was interesting. There's really nothing else. Like,
I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Might reproduce.
If you can clone yourself, then it's like,
That would be interesting. It's just to straight up clone myself. I would live forever if I could hold the same consciousness in a clone than I could like the original me.
Oh yeah.
So it's like I'll go into like what was it? Goes into like stasis or something, kind of like laying there in a tube, the original you, but your consciousness goes to a clone, so you can pretty much like the awkward live forever kind of scenario.
Or a robot.
Well, they did reverse aging in rats.
Robot bodies.
Holy shit, really?
So it's not entirely impossible that there may be a way to actually extend human lifespan.
That's gonna fuck up.
And this is I don't know that much about it. I just know that they reverse the aging in rats by literally injecting them with like young rat blood.
Oh god,
There's no way it was that simple.
Like a complete reversal. Like it's not like they'll be immortal rats. It just the hormones and stuff triggered things that reversed like some of the aging processes that would make them like sore and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's gonna
so
life extension is going to be a long, arduous process of like narrowing things down, and like this thing contributes and this thing contributes, and it's like it's not just the telomeres, it's not just this, it's not just that, it's all these things put together.
Yeah. No, even with the subtle things, like getting to that point is going to create the worst human beings on the planet, and not just personality-wise. I'm just talking about probably deforming people.
The best ones.
It's like this is gonna be shit out of like horror movies that we're gonna see. Like the thing will be real.
Oh, you're thinking like Frankenstein area.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to work. People have to test that shit at some point. And someone's like, "I want to live forever," and grows a little like alien monster out of their chest. Like it's like, meh. That's.
I think the best way to live forever is like slowly replacing your brain with computer parts that like act as a brain, so that like you never fully like lose your consciousness. It like merges with like a computer, and then slowly your regular brain goes away because it's old and shitty, and then you're just in a computer.
Become the internet.
I don't know, man. It could also be like regular technology where it starts off slow and then snowballs really quick.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we went from like horse and buggy to rocket ships in like, what, 50, 60 years? I mean...
Yeah, if we continue on that trajectory.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Humanity went ape shit on the whole tech thing. Like, that's
well, it was like
kind of ridiculous.
1,000 years ago, if someone were to bring up the germ theory, they'd, like, be burned at the stake as a witch.
Or they would be the village shaman.
You know what I'm saying?
It depends on which area you're in.
Well, if they're really good, then they're a witch.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. Like, you know, my theory, if they're going to extend human lifespan, it would be nanotechnology of some sort.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you would inject some sort of nanobots that would like fucking, what do you call it?
The cells alive somehow longer.
I was going to say
replace
the DNA chains that get lost whenever the cells reproduce. So they would just go through and just like fucking put in more DNA chain and put in more DNA chain kind of thing.
Yeah, like extend the telomeres or whatever.
See, yeah. I'm sorry, but this goes straight into like one of my favorite franchises in games, which is the Metal Gear series. that is the first thing I think about when we talk about nanomachines and stuff like that.
I'd absolutely go for like nanomachines installed in me. That'd be awesome. Like you'd be able to like have them like repair shit as it breaks.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be awesome until it went haywire and started the zombie fucking apocalypse.
Yeah,
it's like,
fuck you. I want to be one of the zombies if that happens.
It's trying to keep you alive, like after your body's dead. It's like, oh, we got to do all these things to keep the body alive, and you're like walking around trying to eat stuff. That's the nano zombies.
Whoa, that was weird.
He's dying. No, he's turning into a zombie right now.
Call him nandies.
Let me get rid of that blood there. No, No, I want to be the zombie in that case because the zombies are going to outweigh the humans. Like they're always going to win eventually. So why be the human in that?
Yeah, unless kind of.
It'd probably still be like a remove the head from the body kind of scenario.
Like there's probably going to be like pockets of humans surviving, and if someone could like get on an island.
None of us are good looking enough to be the humans that survive, though.
Yeah, look good.
I don't know. I have been.
I'm out.
You gotta be a white chick.
Well, the black guy dies before I do, but
yeah.
You know what I mean.
You gotta be the white chick, and then you'll survive the movie.
Yeah. That's the only guarantee is if you're the white chick.
Yeah.
The white chick that doesn't sleep with the boyfriend.
Yeah, she doesn't smoke.
Don't want to
drink.
You
cannot. The ones who bang die.
She doesn't love cock.
Well, she can love cock. She just can't get any cock for like forever.
Yeah, if Jason sees you getting cock, then it's over.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about zombies. When did we get a Jason here?
Jason's a zombie.
Yeah, I suppose technically he kind of is, isn't he? Yeah.
Never thought of that. The vampires, the mummy, all that. They're all zombies, really. Just different types. I've put some thought into this, which is probably scary. Yeah.
Took a lot of thinking. Took a lot of time and research. And why did I waste my life with this crap?
Classic zombie. Really? Frankenstein was a zombie. Well, he was like a zombie made up of a bunch of different parts, but still a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically.
With the abnormal brain.
We've gone way off the deep end. Sorry.
Well, we lost class. Class was our anchor. Class is our what do you call it? Our base.
So now we're just like flailing around in the air like crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, nothing. We are always up for a good flail. I mean,
well, you know that feminist modern art, their performance art where they like get naked and flail around in the sling. You know, we want to do that too.
And shoot ping pongs out of their vagina.
No one needs to see. No one needs to see me get naked and like try to like helicopter or something. Like yeah.
Oh God.
I need to see that actually.
That would actually be really funny. Isn't there like a traveling show where like a bunch of dudes do like penis puppetry where they like fold and bend their penises into weird shapes?
Okay, not Samantha Brown.
No, I don't know who Samantha Brown is, but that's not who I was talking about. I want to say it's actually like the puppetry of the penis or something like that. Like it's actually the name of the thing.
Penis puppets.
I think they're Australian. I don't know. I'll try to find that. I'll try to find an article on that.
Penis puppets, mate. Makes perfect sense. By crikey, look at my penis.
Oh, that was a juicy one.
Did you see the like? There's like, it was when I was a kid. I saw this. I don't know how I saw it. Must have been the early days of the internet. But it's like this dude like picked up like an 80-pound rock with his dick And then
I've seen that. Yeah.
And then he like took a stick and he like twisted his dick all around. He like had all these like dick tricks that he did. It was crazy.
Oh man.
And
Actually, it's kind of like.
Oh yeah, it hurt to watch it.
Oh man. Oh, you know one of the things I found out because now I've started toking on my little vaporizer. There's a game on my tablet that has taken on an entirely new dimension when I'm stoned. And that would be Hangman. Yep. Because normally I'm not really invested in that, but man, if I'm really high, I really need to save that guy.
Like, no,
I cannot let him die. Every single thing that gets drawn, I'm like, no, little dude, I'll keep you alive.
I'm calling out a new trend. This fucking trend where it's like you gotta sign on every day, and you get like boosters for fucking signing on every day. Every fucking game is doing that now.
Oh, I don't know. All the games on my tablet are free. I haven't paid for any of them.
And then it's like you get some of these Android games, and it's like you want to play them, and then it's like you got a limited number of plays, then you got to wait like 4 hours or some shit for your like energy bars to refill so that you can play more levels. It's like, why are they stopping me from playing the game? And then it's like, oh, you can buy.
They want you to buy the.
You can buy more plays. Yeah.
If the game isn't something I can just outright buy, or play for free, like legitimately play for free, it doesn't go on my computer or my Android ever, period.
I'm not buying that shit. It's like, and then it's like some games, it's like you'll buy them, and then it's like, oh, a new fucking update comes out for your device, and it's like, oh, that game doesn't work anymore ever again. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I just, you know.
You're fucked. They fuck you with the Android games.
I don't know. The ones on my tablet I got specifically to be like just time-wasting games like Solitaire and Mahjong and fucking Hangman and shit like that. I even have like a little backgammon thing on there.
There's a new Trials game for Android.
I don't know what that is.
Trials
no, you know what?
It's
I
awesome.
don't think my tablet is Android. I think my tablet's actually Windows 8.1, which is pretty shitty.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's the worst for surfing the web. Don't try to surf the web on like a Windows tablet. It's awful.
Yeah.
It literally would like. There's a lot of websites that will just literally like shut off my browser. Just like for no reason.
What? That's
literally.
crazy.
I'll be like surfing like a website like customers not or like notalwaysright.com, like one of their variations, and it'll just shut my tablet down. Like it'll just fucking close out my Windows browser.
Wow, Windows 8 is actually pretty shit then.
You know they're skipping. They're skipping 9.
They're skipping 9.
Yeah, they're
Is that because 7, 8, 9?
They're gonna make Windows 10. They're not. Yes, because 7, 8, 9.
Sorry.
That's why 6 was afraid of 7.
Yeah.
But they're gonna skip Windows 9 because people were so mad about Windows 8, and they're like, oh, Windows 8, grr. And so
because
like,
Windows 8 removed all of the functionality that made Windows worth having.
Yeah, exactly.
And they literally had to update Windows 8 to Windows 8.1, and they put back in just enough of it to make it like survivable,
usable again. Yeah. I'm completely on board with that. But now they're going to come out with Windows 10, not because they've developed another version of Windows in between 8 and 10, but just because of the marketing thing. They're like,
they want to space it a little further away.
9 is too close to 8, so we're just going to call it 10. That's not tricking anybody. It's like you can literally name it anything. You could name it. They named it Xbox One. It's like the third fucking Xbox, and they named it Xbox One. You can name it fucking anything. It doesn't matter. All I care about is the performance.
Yeah, I would love it if Windows, whatever, the next one. Well, generally that's how it works, though. Every other Windows is really good.
Awesome.
Well, but that's how it works all the time. Every other Windows is good.
And
like
guess
Windows
what?
7 was great. Windows 8 was awful.
And guess
Windows
what?
10
Windows 10 is actually Windows 9 in disguise.
Yeah. Well, then there was like XP and like ME or something like that. Wasn't there like an ME was awful? XP was really good.
XP, ME,
yeah. Every other Windows is really good.
Vista shit.
But regardless,
and even when Windows is a shitty version, it's still better than like the Apple alternative.
Yeah, unfortunately, the shittiest version of Windows is usually the better alternative.
Yeah,
which I don't like that.
People would argue that, like, when you're talking about Apple or, like Apple stuff isn't as good.
I've seen some really good stability from Apple, and I've also seen like good customer support. I'm not going to say Apple's
The problem with
shit.
Apple isn't that it's not stable and that they don't provide support. It's that they have way too many restrictions on what you can do with the
limited functionality.
Yeah.
The functionality is just shit.
That's the problem.
And that's the issue with that a lot, and what I like to call cult mentality. You have to be a part of our cult, and then we'll give you what you want, but then we're going to restrict you in the stuff we give you, because we're a cult.
Yeah. Like, I actually got rid of my iPod finally and converted all of my music using, I'm assuming legal programs into MP3. Considering I paid for all the music, I feel that I probably should legally have the right to convert anything into an MP3. Because I got sick and tired of having to try to like authorize Apple to play songs that I fucking paid them for.
Actually, Stabby, if you go back and read the user agreement, not only do you not have the right to do that, they also have the right to sew your mouth to someone else's butthole. So.
Actually, the songs I bought were from way before they started getting to the cottoning on to the part where they could claim they were just renting the music to you.
Yeah.
When iTunes started up is when I got them, because otherwise, I wouldn't.
It's almost like, should I just go back to buying CDs and DVDs now? Because it's like that way I do actually own things, and I can
Amazon,
I can pass it down to my child, and my child can watch that movie, and his children can watch that movie. But with an account on like iPods or something, it's like if you lose that account, you don't get any of your songs. You gotta get a new account or some shit. You gotta. Or if you lose, it's like if you lose your shit, it's gone. Or if you die, it's gone.
But there's a bunch of songs I don't have access to on iTunes.
Money coming to them for shit that they can just limitlessly copy forever at almost no cost to themselves.
Well, and here's the best part. And
I don't own it after I pay for it. That's the thing that really pisses me off.
There's a bunch of songs I don't have access to because I don't remember my account name or password anymore.
Yeah.
And I can't get it through the website despite trying. And they won't allow me to access or play these songs despite having paid them for the privilege.
So you have songs that you own that you don't have access to.
Because of iTunes. But here's the best part. If you had access to all of your stuff on iTunes and you wanted to convert all of it from AAC format, which is their standard, that you can't use anything on anything but an iPod, it costs you 70 cents per song.
Really?
To convert them to MP3s.
So they charge you for the song, and then they charge you for the right to listen to that song somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. A huge amount of fucking money.
Nice. It's the best scam in the world. Who puts up with that shit? If everyone collectively was like, we're not putting up with that shit, do something about it.
Well, and here's the thing.
They have to listen, or they'd go out of business. But
they always talk about how iTunes is so easy. That's why it's so popular.
Yeah.
Amazon MP3 is equally simple to use. Like, you can go buy MP3 music on Amazon, and you literally just get like an MP3 you can transfer wherever you want.
Dude,
without having to type in passwords and shit. I can put it on any of my computers.
Plug in your iPhone without it automatically trying to update iTunes every fucking time, and it's like now I gotta relearn a fucking interface, an MP3 interface, so that I can relearn how to listen to music again. And it's like I don't want to do that shit. It's like I just wanted to charge my phone or something. It's like I didn't want all this. It's like.
See, that's why I don't have an iPhone, and that's why I got rid of my iPod and got a regular MP3 player, so I just got absolutely sick of that nonsense. I was just I want to be able to put it on all three of my computers and not have to worry about, I got to put this password in, I got to deauthorize this other computer, I got to do this.
Oh, God. Yeah, authorizing.
I'm not giving them to other people. I just want to fucking have some, realistic usability out of a song that I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you want to be able to use it anywhere.
And I always have access to my CDs. And it's always in good quality, and I can rip that as many times as I want without having to authorize it through anybody or pay anybody 70 cents or any of that shit.
This is my CD case, or one of my CD cases.
I thoroughly enjoy the fact that
I quit using CDs for a while.
From what we usually do to bitching about cult mentality and iPhones.
Class leaving us has affected us in a terrial way. We should probably sew this one up.
Yeah, we apparently are the shittiest shittiest trio ever that talks about the most random bullshit. which is awesome.
You know what?
There was no rape. We didn't mention
rape.
rape for a long time.
We really need to try harder. We're not raping nearly enough people.
We are currently rape free.
I raped someone with my iPhone once. Does that count? Like to link it all together.
That is not supposed to be used that way. I'm sorry.
Hey,
the way I figure it,
it's got a vibrate function.
I figure our podcast fits a very specific niche. And that niche is people who have no friends can just put it on in the background and pretend they have friends.
I was going to say niche brown.
Like N-I-C-H-E, niche.
Yeah. I was going to say niche brown. That's our niche.
Is it niche or niche?
Our Legion of Viewer. I think it's niche brown, but I'm not sure.
Don't ruin the joke.
All right. We should probably go. Before we do any more damage, we're going to go off.
End this shit now, please.
Thanks